We will return to Poltergeist in a moment on TNT MonsterVision.
Try this song. I think you'll like it.
Thank you. Love songs make me affectionate. They make me warm inside. They make me vibrate. I love you. I want you. I want to bear your puppet.
You know what you want, and you know how to get it.
No more foreplay. James Bond. James Bond.
GoldenEye. Own it on video today.
Jimmy, light up the court. And hit the radio, man.
Every day, car batteries are put to the test. Every day, America's most trusted lives up to its name. Die Hard. Tried and true.
He'll have his grandfather's big ears and his mother's curls. He's pre-wired for a great sense of humor. And against all odds, he's 2 days old today. At Cigna, we monitor expectant mothers right from the start and pay special attention to every high-risk pregnancy. So babies like Tommy have every chance of being born healthy. Cigna Healthcare, a business of caring.
See Robert Duvall in the true story behind the manhunt of the century. The man who captured Eichmann. November 10th on TNT.
Idiots! You have failed me.
Wasn't our fault.
He had a Subaru Outback. Outback?
Got better gas mileage than our Cherokee.
Held a turn tighter than our Blazer. Brake better than our Explorer. Silence, fools. Just tell me what you need to catch him.
Our own Outback would be nice.
With a CD player and leather.
Subaru Outback, the world's first sport utility wagon.
This is what you'd cook if you had the time. But since you don't, you go to Luby's Cafeteria. Good food from good people. How do you make mouth-watering desserts like these? The same way you eat them. You take your own sweet time. Luby's Cafeteria. Good food from good people. Just because we cook everything here doesn't mean you have to eat it here. Take home a home-cooked meal from Luby's Cafeteria. Good food to go from good people.
Back to MonsterVision host Joe Bob Briggs on Poltergeist.
Well, Craig T. Nelson and Jo Beth Williams, typical suburban American couple, getting totally stoned in bed while their 3 kids sleep in the next room. And this is a Spielberg movie, right? It's interesting to me that this movie is trying to show solid middle-class America, Bob Dole people, and Steven Spielberg sees them as dopeheads. Anyhow, you know this was actually directed by Tobe Hooper. I'm saying Spielberg, but Tobe Hooper did it. Toby's the director of the greatest horror flick of all time, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it was produced and co-written by Steven Spielberg, so you got an oil and water thing going on here. Evidently, Big Steve kept messing with Toby's direction because you know that Tobe wouldn't make his movie sweet and cutesy. Tobe would have the poltergeist eating faces off right from the get-go, but it's got that Spielbergian glow to it, doesn't it? Kind of makes you puke, doesn't it? There was even a big controversy when the movie first came out in 1982 about who really directed it, and Spielberg took out a full-page ad in Variety telling everybody how much he loved Tobe's direction. Right. Okay, back to the movie. This next sequence has what I consider the scariest scene in the whole dang flick. Roll it. Go. Craig T. Nelson, he looks like he's probably done a little weed in his day. What do you think? But then so does Bob Dole. If you've got anything to tell me or grap about, write to me at MonsterVision, care of TNT, 1010 Techwood Drive Northwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30318. Geeks can contact me on the internet at joebob@turner.com.
So much room. Lovely afternoon. Don't need a reason. It's just a season for making whoopee.
The brand new DeVille.
for the time of your life.
That is a pimp. I never could have outfought Santino.
I'm as bad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Their inexplicable behavior continues. Got to go now. Braveheart is on.
It's not TV. It's HBO.
But I didn't know till this day that it was Bassini all along.
We will return to Poltergeist in a moment on TNT MonsterVision. And coming up, see Poltergeist 2 next on TNT.
What are Arizonans saying about Prop 200?
I like the emphasis on drug prevention for our kids. We need it.
Treatment and probation for the simple user, but the violent drug offender must serve 100% of his sentence. That makes sense.
The Arizona Daily Star calls Prop 200 a thoughtful bid to improve a misguided system. The Gazette's Bill Hart writes, Prop 200 is a start in the other direction. Let's take it. And Barry Goldwater strongly endorses 200.
Everybody knows we're losing the war on drugs. Prop 200 gives us a new way.
Now is the time to buy America's most popular car, the all-new 96 Ford Taurus. And Burge Ford has a huge inventory for a great selection. For a limited time, you can purchase a brand new 6-passenger Taurus with V6 engine, AC, stereo cassette, automatic, dual airbags, tilt, power windows, and much more for only $14,995. And Burge Ford is offering $2,000 rebates or 1.9% financing for 48 months on every new Taurus in stock. This limited time offer is only at Burge Ford, the big Ford store, US 60 in Mesa Drive.
I'm Karen Bryant with the TNT McDonald's movie break. Greg Kinnear's doing time in the new comedy Dear God. In his latest screen role, Kinnear plays a convicted con man sentenced to hard labor in the U.S. Post Office. But despite the cruel and unusual punishment, Kinnear assures us he's a reformed man.
That's right. I'm the poster boy for the U.S. Postal Service from this point on.
Also opening this weekend, Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes play Shakespeare's star-crossed lovers in a modern remake of Romeo and Juliet.
Our main objective with this film was to make it as clear as possible and convince people that Shakespeare is not reserved for, you know, the elite.
Finally, Bill Murray charges the big screen in his new comedy, Larger Than Life.
How much is your salad bar?
$4.95.
No, I mean the entire salad bar.
I'm Karen Bryant, the TNT McDonald's movie break.
Introducing McDonald's Deluxe sandwiches. They're new, they're big, with fresh toppings and a bakery soft roll. The average adult has over 8,000 taste buds. Get ready to use them all. It's McDonald's with a grown-up taste. McDonald's new Crispy Chicken Deluxe with an all-white meat breast filet, fresh lettuce, and tomato on a bakery soft roll. It's a grown-up reminder that you're never too old to drool. It's McDonald's with a grown-up taste.
Back to MonsterVision host Joe Bob Briggs on Poltergeist.
Well, a little bit later, we're going to see all these industrial light and magic special effects scenes where the toys fly around the room and the tree comes to life and all that. But I still think the scariest scene is that one where the chairs are all set up on top of the table in a pyramid. How did they do that? That's what I want to know, because the camera never leaves the mom. There's no cuts, there's no edits on that thing. It moves away from the kitchen table just a few seconds, moves back, and the chairs are changed. That's not even really a special effect, but it's a dang scary effect. Okay, time for the Isn't Carol Ann Weird scenes. Roll it. Do you realize that Spielberg, he kind of believes in this paranormal stuff, you know? I mean, he would have to, wouldn't he, to do this.
Have any nails left? Get ready for the creepy preacher in Poltergeist 2 next. Then at 12:30, Joe Bob Briggs is alive and kicking for Poltergeist 3. And tomorrow night at 8, see the Knicks battle the Raptors on the NBA on TNT. Don't miss a game.
Now's a really great time to shop for the kitchen, living room, or home office.
I'd love to, but we just bought a house.
Well, it's all on sale at Sears Brand Central. All appliances, electronics, and computers.
Really?
Save on terrific brand names like Whirlpool, Kenmore, Pioneer, RCA, and Compaq.
Sounds good to me.
Plus, you'll even get free delivery on all home appliances over $399.
That's a nice bonus.
But it all ends Saturday at Sears Brand Central.
Oh, I'll be there before Saturday. Here's croissant pockets from Hot Pockets brand. Let's try them.
Sandwiches stuffed with fabulous fillings like chicken and broccoli. Or ham and cheddar. And a tender, flaky crust. Outstanding. Croissant pockets from
Hot Pockets.
Things haven't been going so good, sis.
Come stay with us.
When they invited him in, they let in something they could never imagine. Forever escape. Bad Moon. Rated R. Starts Friday, November 1st at a theater near you.
Pillsbury pizza crust. Just unroll, top it any way you like it, and bake for a crisp golden crust.
Nothing makes pizzas rock and roll like my Pillsbury pizza crust.
Want a great way to top your Pillsbury pizza crust? Pep it up with Hormel pepperoni.
Hey, Washington, listen to me.
I own this country. You work for me.
My tax dollars pay your salary.
I'm sick and tired of politicians selling out to special interests.
I'm not going to waste my vote again this year.
I'm voting for the only candidate who is not for sale at any price.
I'm voting for Ross. He has never taken a penny of special interest money.
Never will.
Don't waste your vote.
Just vote for Ross.
Because this country belongs to the people.
Denzel Washington hosts NBA at 50. See the world premiere Wednesday, November 13th on TNT.
With Cox Sports Pay-Per-View, you're guaranteed the best seats in the house for the most exciting Suns home games. Because nothing brings the excitement of America West Arena into your home like Cox Sports Pay-Per-View.
Isn't that the truth?
And who's there joining you at courtside? Anyone you want. Because with the Cox Sports Pay-Per-View season package, each low-price $10.95 game ticket buys as many seats as you want. And when you order the season package, you get a free one-year subscription of Fast Break magazine. So don't wait. Reserve your ticket now and watch the new Phoenix Suns from the best seats in the house at a price you can't afford to miss out on. Call 1-800-757-SUNS and get every home pay-per-view game for just $10.95 with no advance billing.
So call and order the Sun season package today.
Cox Sports Pay-Per-View, the best seats in the house.
Thanks. Got any mustard?
Back to MonsterVision host Joe Bob Briggs on Poltergeist.
Little Heather O'Rourke lost in the TV set. The image we all remember from Poltergeist. Heather was 5 years old when she made this movie, 11 years old when she made Poltergeist 3, and 12 years old when she died of a strange, undiagnosed intestinal blockage. Now, Heather's mom has been interviewed about what it was like the night Heather had to be flown to emergency surgery in the Life Flight helicopter from her home in Big Bear, California, and her mom wasn't allowed to get in there with her. And so the feeling when they parted was a lot like what Jo Beth Williams is feeling right now in the movie. Ooh, weird, huh? If you've got anything to tell me or grap about, write to me at MonsterVision, care of TNT, 1010 Techwood Drive, Northwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30318. Geeks can contact me on the internet at joebob@turner.com.
You could get caught in it. Monsoon is coming. Monsoon. Power, attitude, audio.
Listen to the music. Kiss. Kiss. Wet kisses. Love. Love each other. Come on. Spawn. Listen and love one another.
From a leader of innovative fitness comes the next step in walking and running. The Health Strider Treadmill. The research is out. Aerobic exercise is in. And the HealthStrider, with its new cushion deck technology, gives you all the benefits of walking and running without the harmful impact. Choose different workout options with HealthStrider's advanced electronics. And after working out, the HealthStrider simply flips up and out of the way. So start looking and feeling your very best with HealthStrider, the efficient, low-impact, calorie-burning treadmill from HealthStrider. Own a HealthStrider for just $69 a month. And act now to receive our special introductory offer. Call 1-800-728-6655 to order, or to receive free information. Call now. HealthStrider, fitness systems that work.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Stop sign coming up.
Meet Fred Stark.
A little short.
Fred works for Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Put your turn signal on. We'll make that left turn.
Fred teaches those who train professional fleet drivers the most advanced techniques in driving safety. We think safety is so important, we even created a safe driving video for teenagers.
Dad, relax. You're making me nervous.
Safer, more secure lives.
Oh, boy.
That's the freedom of Liberty. Liberty Mutual.
The Value Drive is on during Oldsmobile's Value Drive sales event. Exceptional quality and value. That's 88 by Oldsmobile. J.D. Power and Associates' best premium midsize car in initial quality. For a limited time, Oldsmobile is clearing out all remaining 96s. And with special factory-to-retailer incentives on new 97 models, you have an even greater opportunity to save. 88 by Oldsmobile. The time to buy is now. The Value Drive is on. See your Oldsmobile retailer today.
We will return to Poltergeist in a moment on TNT MonsterVision. And coming up, see Poltergeist 2 next on TNT.
The new coupon book is out, and it's filled with money-saving coupons and month-long specials that'll cut your grocery bill, including coupons for perishable items. As for hot weekly specials, this week Fry's chicken breasts are only 99 cents a pound. A 10-pound bag of U.S. No. 1 russet potatoes is 67 cents. And Fry's regular or natural-style frozen orange juice is 59 cents with a Fry-Buy coupon. So stretch your shopping dollar with low prices and the new coupon book from Fry's Food and Drug Stores.
You've worked your whole life and hoped for a secure retirement. That's why it's so wrong that Dole and Gingrich tried to slash Medicare $270 billion. Dole even voted to make it easier for corporations to raid our pension funds. Dole's risky tax scheme would balloon the deficit, threaten Medicare cuts again. Can we count on Bob Dole?
I was there, fighting the fight, voting against Medicare, one of 12, because we knew it wouldn't work.
Bob Dole, wrong in the past, wrong for our future.
Back to MonsterVision host Joe Bob Briggs on Poltergeist.
All right, here's a question. In the scene we just saw, who was the only Academy Award winner in the scene? Beatrice Straight, the numero uno paranormal researcher. She won the Academy Award for Network. Remember that? She was William Holden's wife. But do you even remember she was in this picture? No. We're waiting for Zelda, aren't we? We want Zelda. We want Zelda. Zelda and Beatrice, they don't even agree in the movie, do they? One says, stay away from the light. Stay away from the light. The other one says, go to the light. Go to the light. By the end of the movie, you're thinking, should she go to the light? Should she avoid the light? Where the heck is she? Where is the light? Why is the light important? Why is the wind blowing all the time? Makes her hair look stupid. Anyway, I promised to give you the Poltergeist death report. So, next commercial break, I'm going to give you the rundown on everybody who's been in these movies who has died, guaranteed. God, I'm just a font of wisdom tonight, aren't I? What? Don't say anything.
Look at all of them. Is that our house? All those people. We're so alone. So alone.
left. Get ready for the creepy preacher in Poltergeist 2 next. Then at 12:30, Joe Bob Briggs is alive and kicking for Poltergeist 3. And tomorrow night at 8, see the Knicks battle the Raptors on the NBA on TNT. Don't miss a game.
Why, fools, you know not what you do! Romeo, thou art a villain!
My only love sprung from my only hate.
Romeo slew Tybalt! Romeo must not live!
Leonardo DiCaprio, Claire Danes in William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet.
I am fortune born!
Rated PG-13. Tomorrow, only in theaters.
We all inhabit a place that frankly gets on our nerves. We gotta get out of that place. And a celebrity cruise can get us out of that place. Celebrity Cruises, exceeding expectations. Awarded 5 stars by Berlitz and Fieldings.
How'd you do on the math test? I couldn't believe it.
Oh,
What happened?
It tripped over this thing.
What is it?
I don't know.
Where do you think it goes?
But that way, come on.
Let's follow it. Cool. Oops.
This is Houston. Can you confirm a signal loss?
Houston, we have a problem.
What happened to Larry Sanders? Roger. Must be a couple of gremlins down here.
It's not TV. It's HBO.
In World War II, he sent millions to their death. Now, history has caught up to him. Robert Duvall, the man who captured Eichmann. See the world premiere Sunday, November 10th at 8 p.m. on TNT.
Hey, I'm Joe Bob Briggs with the MonsterVision Mail Girl, and I want you guys to listen up. You've got 3 ways to get in touch with us. The first way is you can write to us at 1010 Techwood Drive, Northwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30318. You can also email us, joebob@turner.com. Now, some of you turkeys were writing this address on an envelope. That doesn't work. The third way is we have a website. I have no idea what a website is, but the address of it is www.tnt-tv.com. You have anything to say, honey?
I know what a website is.
Well, good for you. Write to us. Nothing nasty now.
Don't miss MonsterVision with host Joe Bob Briggs and Honey, the TNT Mail Girl. Friday nights only on TNT.
Opening night, Suns-Lakers at 10:30. But first, Knicks Raptors. Tomorrow at 8 on TNT. Don't miss a game.
Nicole is a high school junior with short brown hair. She has smoked marijuana since she was 13. She told the New York Times, "Look at Bill Clinton. He smoked marijuana and became president. He said that if he tried it again, he'd inhale."
If you had to do over again, would you inhale?
Sure, if I could. I tried before.
Before you vote, remember, our children have to live with the president we give them.
Welcome to Bell Ford, your kind of place for low prices, great selection, and customer satisfaction. Always over $10 million in inventory at affordable prices, backed by Bell Ford's lowest price guarantee. We'll beat any advertised price on any comparably equipped new Ford in the Valley. Bell Ford is freeway close and only minutes away, just off the I-17 freeway on Bell Road. Your kind of people, your kind of place. Bell Ford.
Day, the world broadcast premiere. Genetic engineering gone wrong.
In the wrong hands, it can be a deadly weapon.
Man's best friend. Tuesday night at 10:05 Eastern, only on TBS.
to MonsterVision host Joe Bob Briggs on Poltergeist.
So, the Casper the Ghost people come downstairs. Okay, Poltergeist is one of those flicks that's haunted by death. A few months after the movie came out, the older daughter in the movie, played by Dominique Dunn, was murdered by her live-in boyfriend. Dominique was the sister of Griffin Dunn, the actor, and the daughter of Dominic Dunn, who is probably one of the greatest journalists of the 20th century. He's writing an O.J. book, probably the only O.J. book that'll be worth reading. And then the little girl, Heather O'Rourke, she made both sequels, but before Poltergeist 3 even came out, she died at age 12. They said intestinal obstruction was the official reason. And Oliver Robbins, the little boy, he made the first sequel, but then was never seen in Hollywood again, which means he didn't die. We don't think he died. He just wised up and left town. And two other people from the second movie died. I'll talk about them later tonight, but it's kind of creepy, right? Especially the little girl. All she did before this movie was a Barbie commercial. And Spielberg discovered her having lunch in the MGM commissary. And he walked over and said, "Would you come over here and stick your hair in front of this fan? Great, you're hired." And she was just 5 years old. And but you know what? That's another reason I think Spielberg didn't let Tobe Hooper direct the picture. Because if Spielberg was not directing, what was he doing hanging around the commissary handing out jobs? Anyhow, let's move on, because you know who's coming now. This movie finally starts picking up in this next sequence because Zelda appears. Here's the little midget woman in this next segment. Roll it. I shouldn't say midget woman. Here's the little dwarf babe now.
Catch the real action hero.
His name's Bond. James Bond.
James are incorrigible.
One rises to meet a challenge.
GoldenEye. Own it today. Get a $5 rebate with purchase of any Gillette, Sensor XL, or Sensor Razor, and GoldenEye.
Yes, I'm a Dow cleaning scientist. Ah, where do we get our white laundry stain samples? My family. White socks, white dresses, white shirts. We couldn't make the stains better ourselves, but we can definitely clean them better. New Dow Spray and Wash for white laundry. It's the first stain remover to add the power of bleach, so it gets out tough stains like blueberry even better than Shout. The first time. New Dow Spray and Wash for white laundry. We work hard, so you don't have to. Ah, another sample.
We put so many chocolate cookies into Hershey's Cookies and Cream. You get a mouthful of cookies in every bite of our delicious white chocolate. Hershey's Cookies and Cream. A mouthful of cookies in every bite.
Chevy Blazer, the only sport utility vehicle with a driver control system. It's nice to know it's there.
You want a hot meal without a big deal? What are you gonna pick? Hot Pockets!
Hot Pockets, filled with pepperoni pizza or ham and cheese and a crispy crust.
What are you gonna pick? Hot Pockets!
Try Lean Pockets, too.
Hey, I'm Joe Bob Briggs, and I'm here to tell you that if you're not watching MonsterVision Friday nights on TNT, then frankly, I'm embarrassed for you.
Beat your chest and hang around with King Kong, followed by Logan's Run. Tomorrow night at 1:30 on TNT. We will return to Poltergeist in a moment on TNT MonsterVision. And coming up, see Poltergeist 2 next on TNT.
Behold the Super Power Card. With this card, you'll get free copying, daily money-saving coupons, free notary service, special offers, prizes, and shopping sprees. Join the Super Power Club. It's free. Pick up your card at the Superstition Spring Center customer service booth. Oh, and don't forget, free stroller use.
You work your whole life and hope for a secure retirement. That's why it's so wrong that Dole and Gingrich tried to slash Medicare $270 billion. Dole even voted to make it easier for corporations to raid our pension funds. Dole's risky tax scheme would balloon the deficit, threaten Medicare cuts again. Can we count on Bob Dole?
I was there, fighting the fight, voting against Medicare, 1 of 12, because we knew it wouldn't work.
Bob Dole, wrong in the past, wrong for our future.
Back to MonsterVision host Joe Bob Briggs on Poltergeist.
Zelda Rubinstein single-handedly saves this movie, in my opinion. A terrible presence is in there with her. See, I can't say it right. You take a line like that, you give it to anybody else to read it, and it's corny. Put it in Zelda's weird voice, add in that strange little Dr. Ruth Westheimer body she has, you've got movie magic. I think Zelda was a little upset that she didn't get more movie offers after this performance, because she did the sequels. She had already been one of those backstage munchkins in Under the Rainbow. She was the voice of Atrocia Frankenstone on the Flintstones, but it wasn't until Picket Fences that she got her first kind of regular acting gig. But life is tough for a 4-foot-tall Swami woman, I'm telling you. Don't you just love her, though? She's great. Okay, let's go rope Carol Ann. Now tell me one more time. Do you go to the light, away from the light? Does the light make you dead? Does the light give you life? Where is the light? What is the light? Why do we care about the light? You know, maybe Zelda will tell us.
This house is clean.
We will return to Poltergeist in a moment on TNT MonsterVision.
This much dirt is a nightmare without Eureka's Dream Machine, the steam cleaner with a full-width motorized brush roll for deep-down fiber cleansing, powerful suction to dry carpets quickly. Tools on board for above floor, the Dream Machine from Eureka.
I couldn't sleep at all last night. Just thinking of you. Maybe things weren't right. Well, I was tossing and turning, tossing and turning all night.
Keeping track of everything you need to succeed in business can be quite a burden, unless you have a new day planner from Cambridge, the all-in-one personal organizer that makes keeping track of everything a lot less of a burden. New day planners and refills from Cambridge Businesswear.
We're here to tell you about AbWorks from Nordic Track, the advanced abdominal exerciser. AbWorks is fun, it's new, and it's hot. Get AbWorks for a smoking new waistline.
With AbWorks, you can effectively work your abs with complete neck and back support.
Look better. Sculpt the abs of your dreams. The ultimate ab machine is here. AbWorks by Nordic Track. Work upper, lower, and side abdominals with complete support for the head, neck, and spine for a safe workout. Tone your entire waistline in just 5 minutes a day. Get it for $119.95 or 4 easy payments of $29.95.
Call now to order and get this free workout video with complete instructions for 15 AbWorks exercises, plus my 20-minute aerobic workout. That's everything you need.
Call now to order the complete AbWorks system for $119.95 or 4 easy payments of $29.95. Get your AbWorks today.
News breaks like you wouldn't believe. O.J. Simpson is in that car. A big story hits and we're all over it. Work the phones. Who can we get? O.J. Million Man March. Rabin assassination. Politics. Hit the road. International. Book a satellite. Whatever it takes. Sometimes we change the show 10 minutes before we're on the air because you never know what's going to happen. Never.
Hear the true stories of Nazi hunters stalking evil. A TNT original. Premieres 1 week from tonight at 8 on TNT. Why have thousands of people consigned their furniture with Terry at Consign and Design Furnishings instead of selling it themselves?
It's simple. We do it all. We advertise, display, and sell it for you. Don't risk strangers in your home. If you have any of these furnishings, accessories, or household items, consign it with us. All it takes is one easy phone call. We sell it for you, you buy it like new.
Take it from Terry at Consign and Design Furnishings.
How many times have you seen this?
Last year, Dole Gingrich tried to cut Medicare $270 billion.
It's wrong, and the AARP, the largest and most respected senior citizen group, agrees. Both sides have proposals which would slow the rate of growth. They said we need an end to the political finger-pointing. They agree with Bob Dole. We need a bipartisan agreement to fix Medicare, not false political ads that scare seniors. So next time you see a Clinton ad, don't let him fool you.
Back to MonsterVision host Joe Bob Briggs on Poltergeist.
Don't you think that was a little gross? Craig T. Nelson kissing his wife while she still had that slime gloppola zombie jello all over her face? I know he loves her and everything, but you could get triple reverse upside down bubonic plague doing that, couldn't you? Okay, I ought to mention that for those of you who never watched MonsterVision, this tonight is a special primetime version we're doing just for Halloween. So we're being a little sweeter and nicer than normal. Normally we're on Friday nights at 11, except tomorrow night we won't be on at 11 because there's an NBA doubleheader, and we won't be on till after basketball. But King Kong is the picture, the Dino De Laurentiis version with Jessica Lange, Charles Grodin. Anyway, right now it's time for Jo Beth Williams' big Grecian formula scene.
There's just 48 hours to save on red snapper fillets, just $1.99 a pound. And General Mills cereals, now 2 for just $4. It's our big 48-hour sale, this Friday and Saturday only.
Back to MonsterVision host Joe Bob Briggs on Poltergeist.
God, that was an annoying place to put commercials, don't you think? Anyway, the phone's been ringing off the hook around here because I didn't mention all of the people that died in the Poltergeist movies. Zelda Rubinstein is one of the dead people. That brings the tally to 5, so we just wanted to clear that up. But this little Poltergeist interlude here allows me to point out that Craig T. Nelson and Jo Beth Williams, we hadn't talked about them yet. They're familiar to us all as the Freeling parents, and they both got their big breaks in this very movie that we're watching. This was the first lead role for both of them, even though they'd both worked for years and they were well known in Hollywood. And in fact, Craig, he was a comedy writer and a performer. He used to be partnered with Barry Levinson. They were an act. Barry's the director of Diner and Rain Man and many other fine pictures. But this took Craig to a whole new level, culminating in Coach. I don't get it either, but that's what happened. Okay, now, the thrilling conclusion to Poltergeist, directed by Tobe Hooper. We think, although Steven Spielberg hung out on the set a lot and messed with Tobe's stuff and probably influenced the zombie footage because Steven was way too proud of the fact that there's not very much gore in this movie, and Tobe loves gore, but we won't dwell on that now because it's almost over. We have 2 more Poltergeist sequels to show tonight before we can go home, so let's boogie.
This Sunday night at 8, when a little girl is possessed by evil, it's going to take more than faith to save her. Chase away the demons with The Exorcist, followed by Exorcist 2. Coming up, the Freeling family may have moved, but those pesky spirits just can't let go of Carol Ann. Celebrate Halloween with Poltergeist 2 next on TNT's MonsterVision, hosted by Joe Bob Briggs.
Up next on Rough Cut, the hottest scribe in Hollywood. In a recent
recent taste test, Dole Complete Caesar was preferred nearly 2-to-1 over the other leading brand. That's right, nearly 2-to-1. Guess salad lovers everywhere agree. When it comes to taste, Dole stands alone. Dole Caesar, another complete salad with the fresh taste of Dole.
Wow, a Hershey bar.
There's a smile in every Hershey bar.
Hi, David Earl Waterman for TNT Rough Cut. Can you guess who the hottest writer in Hollywood is? A few clues. He's dead, his first name is William, and he wore tights. The answer? Shakespeare.
My only love stems from my only hate.
The first of 4 new films of Shakespeare's work is Romeo and Juliet, starring Claire Danes and Leonardo DiCaprio.
The difference between me and Romeo, I have to say, is the fact that he went so far for love, and it was so admirable.
Co-star Danes borrowed an image of Juliet from another timeless tale.
I had this idea of her as being a kind of Rapunzel, a princess locked up in a tower. Good night. Good night.
Also from the Bard, Al Pacino is looking for Richard. Richard III, that is.
No one spoke to the human condition the way Shakespeare did, and I think that that's what you hope that you get in any Shakespeare movie or play.
Another film hoping to use the human condition as a box office lure is Twelfth Night.
We'll tuck you to bed.
Sweetheart.
And England's own Kenneth Branagh tackles the lead in Hamlet.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
My question is usually, to add butter or not to add butter? But for the producers, all's well if Shakespeare sells well. For TNT Rough Cut, I'm David Earl Waterman.
Hey, Joe Bob Briggs again. And so ends Poltergeist with the destruction of the lovely Cuesta Verde subdivision, better known as Irvine, California. That's where they actually filmed that. Actually, 90% of that flick was filmed inside Stage 27 on the lot at MGM in Culver City, but the subdivision they used was Irvine, one of those cities of the future where there aren't any trees, like being in one big Ben and Jerry's commercial your whole life. And you know, if I can just say one more thing about this battle between Tobe Hooper, the director, and Steven Spielberg, the producer, you see the whole thing right there at the end of the movie. Zombies popping up out of the swimming pool, classic Tobe Hooper. Strange lights that make the house collapse, classic Steven Spielberg. They're real proud of that 12 seconds of film there where the house explodes. They built a miniature that cost about $25,000, about 6 feet long, miniature house, and then they filmed it at 360 frames a second and blew that sucker up with shotguns. Took 2 seconds to blow it up, which they stretched out to 12 seconds in the movie when they slowed the film down from 360 frames a second. Anyhow, I'll take one of those pop-up zombies any day. I'm sure that if they'd just left Toby alone, he would have had even grosser zombies, you know? All right, we've got 2 more Poltergeist movies coming up tonight, but first it's time for Joe Bob's Jailbreak, in which we share with you, the viewing audience, the best of this week's prison mail. MonsterVision is, of course, the #1 show in the prisons of America. We're proud of that. And to help me out, we have the TNT Mail Girl, or in this case, the TNT Jail Girl. And, honey, you are looking mighty good tonight. Have you ever been behind bars yourself? I never asked you that.
Well, I worked in this nightclub one time, and they had this giant...
Honey, I don't even know where you're going with that, but I don't want to hear that story, all right? What do you got for me?
Well, tonight's jailbreak letter comes from Donna S. of Arizona State Prison Complex. Blah, excuse me.
In Goodyear, Arizona.
Yes.
Okay. Dear Joe Bob, I really enjoy your MonsterVision. I am currently incarcerated, and MonsterVision is one of the few things to look forward to here in prison. I really enjoyed the Swamp Thing. I even had a dream about him. I think he is very cute. Ha ha. I am hoping you will take time to write me. The mail is one of the other things we live for in here, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. Well, Joe Bob, you are my hero, signed Donna S. Now, you see, honey, that's kind of a lonely letter, don't you think? These girls are so lonely, they're having sexy dreams about the Swamp Thing.
And you.
What do you mean, and me?
Well, nothing. I mean, you know, they're lonely and they're having dreams about monsters. And then they write to you.
Oh, I know that, but they'd write to me even if they weren't having dreams about monsters. They'd write to me even if they weren't in prison. What? Go ahead. You know, you ought to say what's on your mind. You think this is pitiful, don't you, that I get this mail? Well, anyway, Donna, I appreciate your letter, and all you girls at the Arizona State Prison Complex in Goodyear. Goodyear is famous as the home of the Wigwam Outlet. True fact. If you're thinking of committing a crime in the Phoenix area, the Goodyear unit is about 30 minutes west of the Capitol. It houses 2,400 inmates, and since its opening in 1981, it's offered a full range of activities, including they put on plays, they do arts and crafts, they have computer classes, they stare at the trailer park across the street from the women's unit, they have the ever-popular cutting weeds on the interstate training, and that sign out on I-10, if you've seen it, it says, "Exit here, State Prison Wildlife Zoo." So we salute you, women of Goodyear. When you get out, you know, you start feeling a little frisky, call Joe Bob. You won't regret it.
Please.
The mail girl has no appreciation for modern prison reform efforts. These gals are being rehabilitated, honey, if you don't mind. Anyhow, if you're watching from prison tonight, send the mail to Joe Bob's Jailbreak, and we'll have the address on at the break. And don't forget to include your prison menu, because we use those to determine which states we commit crimes in the future. All right, we got a lot more business to take care of tonight because the Poltergeist yard monsters are back. They are running around the house again, refusing to turn off the giant attic fans that are blowing their hair back and destroying their overpriced plastic toys. Why? Because the Indian from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is camped out in the backyard trying to protect the family from the evil TV set spirits by beating on a tom-tom and making a sound that goes roughly like this. Sequel, sequel, money, money. Okay, let's look at those drive-in totals. 7 dead bodies, 1 pint of blood, 2 beasts, green barf demon, spiritual spelunking, skeletons, 3 demon possessions, earthquake junk, levitating chainsaw, which I think is an insult to the memory of Toby Hooper, who was not hired to do this sequel, a disappointing 24 on the vomit meter, gratuitous leaf blowing, gratuitous Geraldine Fitzgerald, 2 stars. Check it out, and I'll be here to guide you through it. And then for those Iron Men out there in the audience, we're going to watch the 3rd one, the worst one, after this. Can you last it out? Can you do that? Give it a shot. It's Halloween. You haven't got anything better to do. Tomorrow you can tell people you were drunk. So, roll it. When did Halloween become a gay holiday? When did that happen? When did that thing start? Is it just that they like to play dress up? That's it, right? What do parents do, though? You know, now, Junior, take the candy from the nice transvestite man. It's got to be kind of confusing.